Patrick O'Driscoll here with Movement Mortgage once again. In the previous video, I talked about the 3 ways that lenders do pre-approvals. They do the verbal pre-approval where they just talk to somebody over the phone and say, hey, you're pre-approved for XYZ. The second one, which is a little bit more in depth, it's the pre-approval where you get documentation and you just run a computer program that basically says whether or not your client is approved or not. And then the third way is the way that Movement Mortgage does it, where we get all the documentation up front and we give the file to an actual live underwriter, the person who will make the decision on the file. Now, I'm sure you're wondering, why is that a big deal? Well, it's really simple. There's no accuracy with a verbal pre-approval. There's a little bit more accuracy when you pull the automated underwriting system on the computer, as long as you put everything in correctly and you didn't make any mistakes. With the third way, it actually makes a lot more sense because the underwriter is the one that says whether or not a loan is approved. So what that means is that when your client goes out shopping for a house, we know what they're actually approved for. We know that if we get them into escrow, we'll be able to get the loan closed because an underwriter has already looked at the file and has approved them. So what does that mean for you? Now, I know you're asking, why does this benefit you as the realtor? Well, it's really simple. The loan is fully approved up front, which means you can write your offers with no loan contingency. By having no loan contingency, you can actually compete with all cash offers. The other great thing is that we have 99% of the documentation in. We may need updated pay stubs or updated bank statements, but we have it all. So that means we can close even faster. And the great thing is that your clients will have minimal stress. We won't be asking for documentation on day 20 of a 21-day escrow. That just doesn't happen at Movement Mortgage. So those are the really big reasons why you want to come to someone like us here at Movement Mortgage. Other lenders out there will say they have a full upfront underwrite with an underwriter looking at the file, but it's not true. What they do is they just do the automated underwriting system. And the reason they do this is because it costs money to have an actual underwriter look at a file. A lot of companies don't want to put the investment out there, whereas Movement Mortgage does, because they realize that of all the pre-approvals we get, maybe 25% of them fall out. So once again, the advantage, no loan contingency, write an offer just like it's cash, fast escrow, and happy clients. Patrick O'Driscoll with Movement Mortgage. I'll talk to you soon. Inevitably what happens is that clients don't want to do that and they'll go on Google. Google's great, but looking for mortgage information on Google is like going to WebMD with a headache. By the time you're done, you should have done it like 3 weeks ago.